Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gonna Goal FC, and this is a Premier League Thursday matchup between two top six teams. Liverpool going against Chelsea at Anfield. Chelsea winning this one by goal to nil. Before I continue, please go ahead and like the video and subscribe to my channel for more exciting analysis from Gonna Goal FC. Chelsea winning this one by goal to nil. Vital away win for Chelsea. 6 pointer. Chelsea in the top four right now. 6 points away from Liverpool right now. Liverpool suffering at the moment. The worst ever champions. Not just the worst ever champions of the Premier League, but the first champions to lose five straight games at home. Liverpool at the first. Sometimes you just think, like, should they have won the league? Maybe the league winning the league is bringing them this bad luck. But I'm just kidding. Um, they really did deserve to win the league last season, but that was last season. This is this season, and they are playing really bad. And I won't just put it on one player. Oh, Virgil van Dijk is injured. No, it's a team game, not just Virgil van Dijk. And they're really bad at the moment. But for the match report, 25th minute, Timo Werner scoring a goal, beautiful assist through to Timo Werner, and Liverpool playing a high line. He beat the goalkeeper and played the ball into an empty net, but he looked to be onside by VAR calling it offside. I thought it was a clean goal. Like he looked on, but that's one problem I have with VAR, man. I don't have a problem with it. I just have a problem with its use because simply VAR is just video replay. To be honest, VAR is just video replay, but the rules that makes that's behind VAR is just bad, to be honest. So because they use the sleeve of the players, they use the sleeves of the players, not the players' foot, um, to draw the lines. They don't use the players' legs to draw the line. That should be what they use, like from the waist down. You can use that. You don't have to use anything from the waist up. I know a player can score with the chest, with the head, but they run with their legs. People without legs can play soccer. They can play football. So that's my rant on the rules governing VAR. And the 28 minutes, Mane missed a sitter. It wasn't really a sitter, but he was one on one with Alisson. He was onside and threw ball in the air from Mo Salah, and Mane missed. It would have been 1-0 to Liverpool at that point, but he missed. 42nd minute, the goal came. A brilliant run from Mason Mounts, found by N'Golo Kante in the midfield of Chelsea. You can see I highlighted number 19 there in the Liverpool half. Number 19 in between the space of Fabinho and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Mason Mounts found himself in that space because the Liverpool fullbacks pushed forward a lot, and he got that space. And with that space, he exploited that space, and he drove in and scored a beautiful corner. Caught inside Fabinho and made a few touches, and bam, beautiful goal from Mason Mount. 32nd minute, Chelsea led at this point 1-0 halftime. In the 54th minute, Chelsea came close to scoring a second. Andy Robertson clearing the ball off the line from a shot from Hakim Ziyech, and in the 62nd minute, Salah was substituted because Liverpool were looking for a goal at that point, and there was a sequence of play before he was substituted. He refused to run back when Liverpool lost possession, and Klopp was unhappy, and Salah was substituted for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I don't like that decision. Like, he's the top goal scorer in the Premier League. He's your main man. Why do you take him off just because of that sequence? Come on. I believe if he would have been on, he probably would have scored, but didn't happen. At the end, Liverpool lost and Chelsea won. Big, great win for Chelsea. Um, I think Chelsea are gonna make the Champions League, man. Leicester will lose out. They will lose out. They have too many injuries. But it's gonna be Man City, of course, United, Chelsea, and some other team. Hopefully Arsenal, but that's impossible as well because we are way, way, way off the top four right now. And I hope we make it though. We can make it through qualifying for the winning the Europa League. But apart from that, nothing else. But my man of the match will go to Mason Mount. That was a beautiful goal. He's not just a Lampard kid like people called him, but he's a really good player. Um, Tuchel using him to his benefits. He's a really good player, really good number 10. And my boy of the match will be the officials governing VAR. N'Golo Kante handled the ball. It wasn't intentional. Yes, it wasn't intentional, clearly, but he handled the ball in the box. His hands were in an unnatural position. Usually, when you're a defender, your hands are supposed to be towards your body, not away from your body. But his hands were clearly away from his body, and the ball hit his hands. Clearly supposed to be a penalty, but if this was last season, it would have been given to Liverpool as a penalty. But this season, with the luck they're having, it wasn't given as a penalty. But my point is, that should have been a penalty. In the Tottenham game earlier in the day, Tottenham, uh, Fulham's goal against Tottenham was ruled a handball when the the player that handled the ball, his hands was towards his body. His hands was like same as the silhouette of his body, but it was still given as a penalty. The goal was still ruled off because of handball, and this one wasn't given a handball, even though his hands were far, far away from his body. So that's just unfair and not consistent from VAR, from the officials. I mean, so Mason Mount, my man of the match, and my blunder of the match this time will be the officials. I think IFAB are having a meeting tomorrow on the rules of the game. They should be able to sort that out. Really, hopefully they sort that out. The handball rules. Um, so for my starts, this is Liverpool's seventh loss out of 9 EPL games. Man, that's relegation performance, man. I like when Liverpool like underperform, man, because last season they just kept on winning and winning and winning, and now they're underperforming. I love it. For Chelsea, 10 games unbeaten. I think 10 games unbeaten under Thomas Tuchel now. 11 games unbeaten. Wonderful for Chelsea there. And for Liverpool, 5 straight EPL losses at home. Like I said earlier in the video, 5 straight. First champions to lose 5 straight at home in the EPL. Liverpool. And for Chelsea, lastly, Thomas Tuchel, he's only his third victory against Jurgen Klopp. Just 3 victories. They've played against it. They've managed 2 different teams against each other for 15 times now, and Tuchel has only won 3 times. Like a 20% win ratio for Tuchel there. But for Liverpool, for my stats, they lack confidence. You can tell. They have so much possession of the ball, but they lack confidence. Too many defensive mistakes this time. Like I said, and Arnold pushing up, and Robertson pushing up, leaving that space in between the space in between the fullbacks and the center and the center back. Too much space there. Leaves room for the two attacking midfielders of Chelsea to exploit, and they did exploit in Mason Mount scoring the goal. That's more like a tactical mistake for me. Jurgen Klopp needs to sort that out. He needs to stabilize his team and then attack, because right now they are not winning games; they are just losing games. So, and they need the fans back. To be honest, Liverpool fans, they need them back, because I've never seen a team where their fans cheer them on so well. I've never seen a team like that. And that team is Liverpool. Their fans give them so much energy. Without the fans, they're just lackluster. And one Liverpool only had one shot on goal in this game, and that was in the 85th minute, a header from Gigi Wijnaldum. And Gigi Wijnaldum is another story. He's leaving at the end of the season. They're not going to renew his contract. Crazy for Liverpool to let him go, but only one shot on target. That just shows how much they're lacking confidence at the moment. Liverpool, they're not going to win the Premier League. Certainly not going to qualify for Champions League. Liverpool, just sad for Liverpool right now. Worst, they might be the worst ever champions of the Premier League for Liverpool. There for Chelsea, good defensive shape. They've only conceded 2 goals since Thomas Tuchel came in all competition. Only 2 goals, and they've scored 11 goals. They don't score a lot, and I'll touch on that. But that they've only conceded 2 goals. 2 goals. For Chelsea, like good organization, they keep things simple passes. It's just like I said before, the second coming of Antonio Conte. If he had been at Chelsea since the beginning of the season, they would have had a chance to win the Premier League. It would have been a title race between Chelsea and Man City. But he didn't start the season. He came in January, and good defensive shape, good organization, keeping things simple passes, nothing complicated. That's what makes that's what made them very good. Like I said, second coming of Antonio Conte for me, Thomas Tuchel. And one reason why they don't score so many goals, because they've only scored 11 goals in 10 matches. That's just an average 1 goal per game, and they've only scored 11 goals in 10 matches because they have too many playmakers. Like some teams, you have just Mason Mount and and just Mason Mount as your number 10, but he has Mason Mount and Ziyech in the same team. And Mason Mount in the same team, 2 number 10s. You don't need to have that if you want to score goals. You need to have forwards, like attacking wingers, or like Liverpool for example. I know they don't have a good form right now, but they've always scored a lot of goals. Look at last season. You have 3 forward players attacking at the same time, but for Chelsea, they just have 2 number 10s playing, and that's one reason why they don't score a lot of goals. They have too many players that want to stay outside of the 18-yard box instead of going into the 18-yard box for Chelsea. And I know staying out of that gives them more defensive stability. When they lose the ball, they can stay secure at the back, but you're not going to score when you just have one player in the box all the time. Your players are always going away from the box. So when they have a bad run, it's going to show. When they start conceding more goals, it's going to show, because they are not going to score a lot of goals if they continue playing like this. So that's my analysis for Chelsea. Like I said, they'll make the Champions League. Everything is looking bright for them right now. For Liverpool, unfortunately not. They have to win the Champions League to make the Champions League next season. But like I said, I like when Liverpool lose, man, because they won all last season, man. So it's just a joy to see them losing right now. So that's the game. Please, like I said, like the video and subscribe to my channel for more analysis. See you guys soon. Ciao.